What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of Cub Reacts. We are getting into this one today, which I'm very, very excited for. The return of the one and only Kelvyn boy. It goes by the name Billionaire. Now, this one looks very exciting indeed. A lot of you have been getting on to me about reacting to this one, so this is going to be one of the ones we do today. As always, friends, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you are getting involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. We are now hurtling towards 60,000 subscribers. The aim is to potentially get that done before the end of the month. That would be incredible, and you guys can make that happen. So please do get involved if you are new to the channel. So, without further ado, we're going to jump into the sounds of this one. Again, it's Kelvyn boy Billionaire. Let's see how it's sounding. Let's go.
Oh no no no, yeah. Oh no no no, yeah. DJ Breezy on the beat. Oh no no no,
this instrumental already slaps.
Yeah. Oh, everything I need, I dey get 'cause I get the money. All the girls follow me.
I'm loving the vibe of this one. Also, the vibe of the video is great. This sort of gold overwash, it just has such a cool kind of tonality to it. And it just gives the video this kind of feeling of finesse. I don't know why it does, but it really, really does. Again, introduction-wise, sorry, really, really clean. I'm loving the kind of use of woodwind and different kind of floaty pieces of instrumentation. And on top of that as well, Kelvyn boy's vocal just cutting through them really, really cleanly. His vocal sounds great on this type of instrumental. He's got a higher-ended vocal, so it sits quite nicely on instrumentals that have a lot of kind of low end and a lot of kind of oomph in that kind of area. He sounds great on this. Let's go.
So the money don't won't fuck with me. Yeah. Nobody flex on me. For my area, PDG. And if you don't, oh no, I go do one make you see. I be billionaire. Da. And if you see me in my bada. You can call me Oga.
Is it just me, or is there a kind of almost old school WizKid feel about the way this vocal's sitting? That kind of, again, it's the repetition, almost the idea of kind of scatting vocals, the idea of just kind of utilizing a singular phrase and just repeating it and using that for rhythmic purposes. That's a very kind of classic Wiz move. And I've got to say, Kelvyn boy is pulling it off. This has so much energy to it. Loving the kind of almost tappy percussion that's going on in the sort of higher end of the mix down. And then, of course, you've just got this really smooth bass line underneath, and then the sort of middle rhythmic section, the drums sound fantastic, and you've just got Kelvyn boy sort of tap dancing over them. Really, really smooth on this one, man. Let's go.
Yeah, da. You can call me a legend. Chilling for the beach in the body. Pull up in a Rover Ferrari. Batman watch nobody. Around the bar message you move me was sick of every woman bottom. Yeah. Oh, everything I need. I
love the fact his voice has this very slight level of distortion on it. I don't know why, but it just gives it a very warm feeling. I love it when people use kind of almost a digital kind of effects on their vocals and it distorts ever so slightly. Not too much, because then it becomes annoying. But when you hear it like this and it just has this kind of to it, this kind of like grizzle to it, I don't know, it just gets me. And I think it really adds to the overall texturing of the tune. Again, Kelvyn boy's absolutely killing this. He has so much swagger the way that he's maneuvering around the instrumental. Again, the little subtle kind of like string plucks throughout the middle as well, just giving it this kind of grounded feeling. The bass line below that giving it a kind of oomph, and then on top of that the kind of tappy percussion. This is really good across 4 or 5 different areas of the frequency spectrum, man. It's sounding great.
Money. All the girls follow me, 'cause of the money they won't fuck with me. Yeah. Nobody flex on me. For my area, PDG. And if you do, oh no, I go do one make you see. I be billionaire. Da. And if you see me in my bada.
Tell you what, it's the Old Faithful. It's definitely not a tune you can sit still to, guys. This is sick. I'm loving the energy pulsating through the tune. I love the fact the video is very much based around kind of sitting still and then suddenly you're dancing. There's a kind of cool element about that. I love that transition in the video. It naturally brings you to life. Again, I love the way the video is shot. The TV screen shot where it's a kind of old school TV and it's got that kind of gold kind of glaze over the top of it. I don't know what that's called as an effect. If there are any videographers watching, let me know the effect in the description down below. But I just love the way it makes it look. Like, it makes it look old school but very fresh at the same time, you know? It's great.
I be billionaire. Yeah. Call me billionaire. cause I get the money. I just the chop am nyafo nyafo. I just the chop am nyafo nyafo. I be billionaire, and I get the money. And I just the chop am nyafo 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 nyafo.
Again, the transitions between sections have been so smooth, man. Again, there's something about the way that Kelvyn Boy has kind of, I want to say, conducted himself on this tune. He's really been in control from like start to finish. He's had this kind of natural kind of overseeing feel. Like everything he's touched on this tune has felt like it's meant to be there. There's not like a step out. There's not a rhythmic idea that isn't perfectly aligned. I think this is a really, really good performance vocally. Again, I love the production on this. Again, the use of those subtle little guitar flicks. Again, the bass line down below, the percussion is fantastic, but I say that Kelvyn is literally leading this just with his vocal presence, man. It's great.
I be billionaire, da 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 da, da 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 da. And if you see me in my bata bata, bata bata, you can call me Oga, 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 Oga. I be billionaire, da 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 da, da 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 da.
This little breakdown here sounds nuts, bruv. I don't know why this sort of sound here catches me so much when you just have the subtle guitars, the bass line rolling. Like that is a cool bass line, just rolling along underneath. And then you've just got Kelvyn kind of scatting over the top. Like this is the dance break. This is where you'd bring dancers out on stage. This is where they'd all be doing their solos, and it works. It just gives the tune almost like a breather before it does finish. It gives people, I suppose, a second to kind of take in what the chart is all about. It's fantastic. What a cool video as well. Fantastic way to present the tune, I will say. Kelvyn Boy with Billionaire. This one, a fantastic follow-on from both Down Flat and Don Ding. Fantastic stuff, man. Really, really enjoyed this one. Big up Kelvyn Boy each and every time. Love the video. The instrumental on this is absolutely spectacular. Again, the use of that bass line, the percussion sounds great, but also Kelvyn Boy really does glue the tune together with his vocal presence. I think he is really the kind of linchpin in this tune that just kind of pulls everything together. Everything's being like tied together, and then whoosh, everything's in. Fantastic stuff, man. Big up Kelvyn Boy each and every time. But there we go. As always, friends, let me know your thoughts on this tune in the comment section down below. And as always, if you are new to the channel, do make sure you're getting involved in helping us hit 60k by the end of the month by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page. Of course, turning notifications on as well, leaving a like, leaving a comment, and all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and
Yes, it's Kovu. Stay locked. Cooktown TV.
Your boy Slim Forfeit right here, and you're locked on to the best breakfast with man like Cole.
Yo, this is Aaron Glitch, and you're tuning to the sounds of Kovu right now. You already know the thing. Bad boy selector. Alright, let's go.